It has been entirely too long since my last video, but we're back, and there's a lot to catch up on. Minecon Live 2019 has come and gone. Minecraft 1.15, otherwise known as the bug update, which is now confirmed to be its own dedicated update, is coming together really quite fast. And finally, the details surrounding Minecraft 1.16, otherwise known as the Nether update, have finally been revealed. While there's certainly a lot more to uncover about the recent announcements than just the information surrounding these two updates, that's what this video will primarily be focused on: Minecraft 1.15 and 1.16. And because there's so much information to get through, I'm gonna break this video down into 3 distinct parts. First off, going over everything that's come out within the last 6 snapshots for Minecraft 1.15. Then, I'm gonna unpack everything that was formally announced for Minecraft 1.16 at Minecon Live. And then finally, I'll give my opinion on everything in between. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So, Minecraft 1.15. What's going on here? Well, the last time that we covered the update on this channel was just over a month ago, where we went in depth on Minecraft Snapshot 19W36A. If you've missed out on the 1.15 snapshots that we've covered thus far, I've included a new playlist in the description down below for you to check them all out. So let's get started. 19W37, 38, 39, and 40 were all pretty small snapshots, all things considered. So let's just run through those changes one by one. 19W37A. Campfires can now be extinguished with a shovel, which is definitely a welcome change from having to smother it with water. This also more easily allows you to use extinguished campfires within your builds within the Nether, as you no longer have to make throwable water bottles, put down a campfire, and then extinguish it. So that's nice. Large ferns now also drop wheat seeds when broken. When boats are used as fuel in a furnace, they smelt 6 items now instead of just 1, and the baby variant of certain mobs will now naturally spawn throughout the world, where 5% of all cows, sheep, pigs, and chickens that spawn will be the baby variant, and 10% of wolves, llamas, and horses will also now spawn as babies. Cool. Next up, 19W38A didn't bring too many changes to the game, aside from some command updates for the data, execute, and schedule commands, the details for which you can find in the wiki page in the description down below. Also, just a personal annoyance that I want to point out: ever since Minecraft 1.13, using the kill command didn't actually execute that command on yourself, whereas it used to in Minecraft 1.12 and prior. But now that's been fixed. Using /kill will execute the command on yourself. And lastly, the outline that you can see when looking at a block is just a little bit thicker than it used to be. 19W39A. Again, a small snapshot, but still noteworthy. Now, if you guys haven't seen my 25 oldest glitches in Minecraft 1.14 video, which you can find on the top right of the screen, one of the items that I pointed out over there is the ability to break an iron door with any tool, even your fist, and when you would do so, the item itself would actually still drop and be able to be picked up. That really was one of the oldest still standing glitches in the game, but now that one is fixed. Certainly not a big deal, but it's worth mentioning nonetheless. What's also worth mentioning is that rails will also face the player when they're placed down on the ground now, versus only facing north to south. And finally, melon and pumpkin stems will drop their seeds when they're broken. And lastly, with 19W40A, parrots can now sit on your shoulder even if you're riding another mob. Kinda neat. And finally, the most recent 2 snapshots as of me writing this video were big ones: 19W41 and 42A. Mojang has managed, for the first time in quite a long time, to completely floor me with the introduction of just a single block. For now, I'm just going to go over its basic mechanics because I want to dedicate an entire video to the honey blocks in the near future. honey blocks, crafted with 4 honey bottles, are essentially everything that you would expect them to be by looking at them, and more. Think slime blocks, but instead of bouncy, they're sticky. When they're used in conjunction with a piston, they treat solid blocks exactly the same as slime blocks. The blocks just stick to it. However, entities are treated completely differently. Where entities would just bounce around on top of a slime block, they stick to the honey blocks. Again, I don't want to go into great detail on just how useful that is in this video, but what I will say is that it's an absolute game changer. On top of that, if you fall right on top of the honey block, you'll take about 1/5 of the damage that you would normally take when hitting the ground directly, allowing you to barely survive a 100 block fall. Though that's not even necessary, since coming into contact with the block from the side just cancels out all of the fall damage entirely. It's kinda weird, but awesome. Aside from that, honey blocks don't conduct redstone as they're not opaque. Mobs usually avoid walking on them, and bees will occasionally eat from them if they're placed near beehives or bee nests. Truly, one of the very best blocks to be introduced in quite a long time. And now for the rest of 19W41A, because there is a lot more to go. Honeycomb blocks were added, crafted with just 4 honeycombs, and are purely a decorative block. Another item that was added was sprinting and sneaking can now be individually switched between their typical hold mode, where you have to hold the button down to either sneak or sprint, and the new toggle mode, where you only have to press the button once to sneak or sprint, which is awesome. What else is awesome is the new spectate command that could also be a game changer for the competitive scene. Short and sweet, you can either use the command to spectate someone yourself, or, and this is what I think has amazing potential, you can force one player that's already in spectator mode to spectate another player. If you think about the utility that this could have for someone running a big event, the possibilities here really begin to feel limitless. And we're not done with this snapshot yet, though almost. Let's get through this. The Ender Dragon no longer has a dedicated underneath the wing texture. Weird, but okay. Converted zombie villagers can no longer despawn, which will be useful when players are creating villager farms, and iron golems will begin to visibly crack when they take damage, and they can also be healed using iron ingots, where it'll take 4 ingots to heal a golem to full health from 1 HP. And finally, while I was writing this video, Snapshot 19W42A was released, which introduced a small change wherein honey blocks and slime blocks no longer stick together, which should make for some pretty interesting creations. Again, amazing snapshots.
So you said this is part of the next update, which is...
Yeah, we're super excited to finally have a Nether update.
Alright, Chapter 2, Minecraft 1.16. We have information on the next version of Minecraft, pretty much all of which was announced at this year's Minecon Live, and it's called the Nether Update. For years on this channel, I've been advocating for one of 2 specific updates to the game, either a cave update or a Nether update. To say that I'm excited would be putting it very lightly. When the Minecraft Village and Pillage update was announced a year ago, I was skeptical but hopeful. But there's no skepticism right now. I'm just flat out excited. So let's go over what we know about this update. The foundation of the Nether update is that the Nether is getting biomes, each of which will have their own unique feel and possibly their own unique challenges as well. As of this moment, we know about 3 biomes specifically: the Soulsand Valley, which will house fossils, lots of soul sand, and so much more. And yes, I am excited that fire on top of soul sand will be blue fire. That's really cool. Next, the red netherwort forest, with nether fungi, trees made out of netherwort looking blocks, and more, and as well, a blue variant of the netherwort forest. Now, the look and feel of these biomes feels kinda interesting to me, because the founder of the Tropicraft mod mod, Corey Shevik, otherwise known as Kojo Max, was hired by Mojang within the last couple of years, so it makes me wonder if he had any sort of inspiration into how these biomes would look and feel moving forward. Either way, I'm excited. So next up, the little details and then my opinion on everything. Right now, not a lot is known about the Nether update, aside from the look of the surrounding biomes and a few of the new mobs that'll reside in the Nether as well. Introduced at Minecon Live were piglins and piglin beasts. While piglin beasts appear to always be hostile, the Minecraft wiki also states that they'll be breedable? I find that claim kinda strange, given that this would be the first breedable, entirely hostile mob in the game. I'm not sure. But aside from that are the piglin mobs as well, and these guys are kinda interesting. While piglins are also naturally hostile towards the player, and actually are not hostile if you're wearing gold armor, the wiki also then states that they are hostile if you attempt to loot a chest nearby that has any item crafted with or related to gold. Again, this one seems kind of weird because it feels like an oxymoron. They don't like you touching gold around them, but they're chill if you show up wearing gold. You would think it would either be one or the other, not both. Aside from that, the most potentially interesting mechanics of piglins are their ability to barter with the player. From the sound of things, you won't be able to trade with them like you can with villagers. However, you may be able to hold items up to them, toss the items in their general direction, and have them toss items back to you in exchange. All in all, the update seems incredibly promising, even if the piglins look suspiciously like the moblins from Captain Sparkle's Find the Pieces music video. I'm still looking forward to it. Before I end off the video, if you guys follow my exploits over on twitch.tv, you may be interested to know that for a couple more days, I'm selling some unique Stall 2020 merch that you guys can check out at the links in the description down below. There's only a few days left. So, I know this video was pretty information dense, but now we've arrived at the conclusion. So, what do I think about all of the changes and updates? Honestly, I'm not sure if my opinion right now is just me being excited within the moment, or if I'm genuinely excited for these updates, but something tells me that, even when my initial excitement dies down, I'll still be excited for everything that's to come. Mojang, you're doing absolutely phenomenal work here. Keep it up. Aside from some quirky glitches here and there, many of which are being rapidly patched up, I really have a strong feeling for the next year of Minecraft updates. So, yeah. That just about covers the bare details for Minecraft 1.15 and 1.16 as we know them thus far. I know there's a lot that I actually didn't cover in this video, but believe me, we'll be getting to all of it very soon. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself, the channel, and the video quite a lot. So I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.